Hello, OFA volunteers. I'm Jeremy Bird, Deputy National Director for OFA, Organizing for America. Thank you for joining us today as we launch Organizing for America's Pledge Project Canvas. President Obama has outlined a bold plan that will renew and strengthen America's economy by transforming three vital areas critical to our future: energy, healthcare, and education. It confronts them head-on, challenges the status quo, and does away with short-term political thinking. For that reason, the establishment in Washington won't welcome this new direction easily. We can't let this plan be debated solely behind closed doors in Washington, D.C., where special interests and the old ways of doing business will do everything they can to stop it. Change has to come from us. We have to show that ordinary Americans across the country are discussing the need for bold action and demanding this new direction. So today, we're going out in our communities and we're asking our neighbors to join us in signing a pledge to declare their support for President Obama's plan. We want to create a powerful display of support, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, as proof that Americans are ready for real change on these key issues. We're also asking people to spread the word to their friends, their families, their neighbors, and to get them to sign the pledge as well. For anyone who questions why the President has offered this plan, these pledges will be the answer, because the American people demanded it. The Pledge Canvas will also be the first step in growing our movement and building a nationwide network to support our agenda for change. This is just the beginning for us. Throughout this year, we will be organizing to bring an end to this economic crisis and to build a solid foundation for America's economy. We'll be mobilizing people everywhere and holding our elected officials accountable until we see bold change, the change we need. And we want you to join us. Thousands of OFA volunteers have gathered together today in neighborhood canvases across this country. Now let's talk specifically about some tips for today's Pledge Project Canvas. There are 10 basic steps to making your local canvas a success. Let me walk through those 10 steps and show you how we did this canvas with a group of amazing local volunteers in Virginia's 7th Congressional District. Number 1, pick your canvas location strategically. There are two types of canvases we're going to be doing today. One is door-to-door in a neighborhood, and the other is in high-traffic public areas. You choose. If you're going door-to-door in a neighborhood, make sure that you're going to an area that's easy to walk around in. Plan to maximize the number of doors that you're able to go to. For this canvas, we'll not print walk lists with targeted houses on them. Instead, walk every door in your selected neighborhood. If you're collecting signatures in a high-traffic area, you want to be somewhere where people pass by regularly: grocery stores, public transportation stops, parks, college campuses, sporting events, fast food restaurants. Once you get to your location, experiment and find the most effective spot. You don't want anyone to have to go out of their way for you. You should be in a place where they're walking by anyway. If the location is not working for you, or you're asked to leave, move on to another place you have previously identified. Make sure you have 2, 3, or even 4 backup places, just in case. If you did voter registration drives during the Obama campaign, this type of canvassing will be very similar. Step 2, approach people with a positive attitude. Smile as you approach people. Stay positive throughout your conversation with them. To get their attention, ask them if they know about Organizing for America and the Pledge Project.
My name is Betsy, and I am a volunteer with Organizing for America.
If someone does not want to talk to you or gets argumentative, don't worry, just move on. In our canvas in Virginia, we found people very receptive to our message, and they were ready to engage in this important conversation about our country's future. So stay positive, and remember, this is how we change politics. Step 3, share your own personal story. Tell people why you're personally motivated to come out today.
My little brothers are in the public school system, and I want to make sure that when they graduate, they're ready to go out and get a job in the world.
Nothing is more powerful than your story. Let them know that what's at stake for you, personally, as well as for this country. Step 4, explain the significance of the OFA pledge. Let people know that we're getting out in front of Washington. We are asking our elected officials to lead the charge on energy, education, and healthcare in an urgent effort to confront our economic crisis. Step 5, share our organizing plan. Make sure people know that the Organizing for America Pledge Project is just the beginning for the OFA organizing you'll do in your community. We'll be working all year to mobilize people around these key issues. With this economic crisis hitting hard at home, it's even more important that our communities are empowered to organize for change and that OFA has a presence in every neighborhood across this country. Step 6, make the hard ask and secure their signature.
Would you be willing to sign this for us?
Absolutely. As an educator, I'm all aboard.
We are collecting as many signatures as we can today. So it's important to ask, will you sign the pledge to show your support for the President's plan? And make sure that you get their information. Step 7, make sure their information is complete and legible. Quickly review their pledge card to make sure they filled out all parts and that you can read their handwriting.
This is John Smith.
If the person has not included their email address or other important information, ask them to fill it in.
Could I actually get you to fill out your email address?
Let them know that we won't share their information with anyone and that we will use it to update them on OFA's progress, to let them know how their elected leaders are voting, and on events that are happening in their community. Step 8, ask them to volunteer with OFA locally. In addition to signing the pledge, we want people to commit to getting their friends, family, neighbors, and colleagues to sign the pledge. We are building local power, and that will come from these pledges. Step 9, let them know where to find us.
Well, thanks so much, and don't forget to check us out at barackobama.com.
Share our website with everyone, www.barackobama.com, as a resource for more information about the issues and how to get more involved. And finally, step 10, tally your results and enter your data. When you're done with your canvas, tally up your results and admire the work you did together. In just an hour or so in our Virginia training canvas, we signed up several dozen supporters. Imagine what we will do across the country together. After you've tallied the total numbers and celebrated that, make sure to enter the data. This is one of the most important parts of the day. This data entry will allow us to communicate with the people you talked with today and let them know how to stay involved with your local group. While we prefer you enter the data from your canvas using our online form, you can also mail or fax the completed pledge forms to the Organizing for America office. Thanks again for joining us. What we are doing together is truly unprecedented.
Energy, healthcare, and education.
What about them? You want a good education?
Yes,
Yeah, why?
because education is good for your brain.